You're doing it right now, without even thinking about it. We all do. But what if I told you that the real key to your health, to your energy, and even to your self-belief isn't what you're eating or how you're exercising, but in how you breathe? All right, let's just try a quick little experiment together. Right where you are, exhale all the air from your lungs. And just hold. Don't take a big gulp of air first. Just hold at the bottom. How long can you go? A few seconds in, and you're already feeling that urge, right? That little bit of panic. Okay, you can breathe. Whew. That feeling, that discomfort, that is your body screaming at you about what's most important. I mean, just look at this. We can survive about 3 weeks without food. We can make it 3 days without water. But without air, you've got maybe 3 minutes. It is, by a huge margin, the most critical thing for our survival. And yet, isn't it funny? When we want to get healthy, we obsess over our diet and how much water we drink, the things we can actually go the longest without. We almost completely ignore the one thing we are doing nonstop all day long. Think about this number for a second. 23,000. That's, on average, how many times you breathe every single day. That's 23,000 chances to either build yourself up or, as it turns out for many of us, to slowly break yourself down. And see, here's the problem. Most of us are not breathing optimally, and when we do that, we're basically creating this constant, low-level stress response that just sabotages all the other healthy things we're trying to do. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Imagine eating junk food for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and every snack in between. That's the kind of massive, cumulative damage we're talking about. It's not a small thing. It's a constant, repetitive habit that shapes our entire biology. To really get why this is so important, we gotta look at our body's master control system. The best way to think about it is like an arm wrestling match going on inside you. In one corner, you've got the sympathetic system. That's your fight or flight response, the gas pedal. It wants to speed everything up. In the other corner, you have the parasympathetic system. That's your rest and digest mode, the brake. It's trying to slow things down, heal, and recover. So how do we know who's winning this arm wrestling match? Well, we can actually measure it with something called heart rate variability, or HRV. Now, this isn't your pulse. It's the tiny millisecond differences in time between each heartbeat. And what you want is high variability. That means you're balanced, you're adaptable, you can switch between the gas and the brake easily. Low variability, that means you're stuck. And what happens when that gas pedal, that fight or flight system, is stuck in the on position? Well, it's like your body thinks you are constantly, and I mean constantly, running away from a lion. Just picture it. You're walking down a path, you turn a corner, and boom, there's a lion. Your survival instincts take over instantly. Your heart rate just explodes. Digestion shuts right down. I mean, there's no time to digest a salad when you're about to become lunch. Blood pours into your legs so you can sprint. And you start taking these fast, shallow breaths, using your chest and shoulder muscles. The whole system is perfectly designed to save your life in the next 3 minutes. And for that short burst, it's brilliant. But here's the kicker in our modern world. There is no lion. The lion is your email inbox. It's the traffic jam. It's worrying about bills. So you're not running for 3 minutes. You're running from this phantom lion for months, maybe even for years on end. And when you're always stuck in this sympathetic overdrive, your HRV tanks. And that state is directly linked to things like anxiety, depression, acid reflux, even chronic low back pain. Look at this list. These aren't just random problems. They are often the direct result of a nervous system that is stuck in survival mode. Okay, so that's the problem. It sounds pretty grim, right? But here is the amazing, empowering part. You have a direct remote control to this entire system. And the way to use it is just to relearn how to take a proper breath. A real functional breath isn't about puffing your chest out like a superhero. No, it's all about the diaphragm, this big muscle under your lungs. When you inhale correctly, it should drop down and create this 360-degree expansion around your whole torso. Your belly, your sides, even your lower back should move. That motion literally massages your internal organs and sends a powerful signal of safety to your brain. So how do we get back to breathing that way? Well, let me give you a super simple toolkit. 3 easy exercises you can do pretty much anywhere to start taking back control. First up, nostril breathing. This is like a magic button for calming your nervous system. You just block one nostril with your thumb and take a normal inhale. Then, the key is to exhale really, really slowly, like 3 times as long as your inhale. Do that 10 times, then switch to the other side. This is an absolute game changer to do right before you eat a meal. Next, you can actually tap into your body's old memories. As babies, we were all perfect breathers. So all you have to do is lie on the floor in some of these positions, like on your back with your knees bent, and just focus on feeling that 360-degree expansion for a few minutes. You'll be shocked at how chronic tightness in your back or your hamstrings can just melt away. And finally, here's a little test that's also a powerful exercise. See, when we're stressed, we're always trying to gasp for air, so our inhalation muscles get strong, but our exhalation muscles get weak. So lie on your back, knees bent, and just try to blow up a balloon. It's way harder than you think. And doing this strengthens those forgotten muscles. You know, fixing your breathing is about so much more than just lowering stress or fixing back pain. It fundamentally changes how you see the world and what you believe you're capable of. It rebuilds your vitality from the inside out. There's this incredible story in our source material. He was walking with his little 3-year-old niece, and they come across this huge puddle. And this little kid, without a moment of hesitation, just takes a running start and tries to leap the whole thing. She had zero doubt. She believed she could do the impossible. That's how we all start out, before years of running from that phantom lion teaches us to say, I can't. So let me just leave you with this thought. What if every single breath you took wasn't another hit of fast food stress? What if, instead, it was a mini trip to the spa, a moment of recovery? What if, 23,000 times a day, you consciously chose to invest in calm, in vitality, and in the belief that you too can jump that impossible puddle? The most profound decision you can make for your health today might not be a new diet or a new workout plan. It's simply improving the one thing you're already doing, all day, every day. Just breathe.